All right, we are live with session 13. Well, not live, but we are recording for session 13 of Light Force Curse of Strahd here with Bralef and the Coffee Lich. I'm very excited for this session, particularly because I really personally enjoyed last session. Would anyone, it can be me, like to recap what happened last time?
Our plan to assassinate the burgomaster and the head of his guard went off without a hitch.
Yeah. And then some, I would say.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you successfully.
Shockingly effective.
Yeah, you successfully like laid a trap, like what is it called when you like ambush, like an ambush for famed captain of the guard of Vallaki, Izek Strasny. Felled him. Actually, I was literally just telling someone about. Oh, because I was, you know how it is this week. I was talking about Paper Mario, and I brought up Bralef's bag of tricks, and how there was a valiant young man in from the bag of tricks who did die. His last words were, "You're not leaving this place alive." And then, of course, upon killing Izek, the words were essentially, "Hey, the kid was right. You're not leaving this place alive." And shwoop, dead. It was highly satisfying for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was dead. It was so easy to just get into the Burgomaster's mansion, which I will go ahead and unveil behind the tavern. You all are here. Well, not here anymore. You had successfully like escaped out the back door or something, so you're here now. So think of it as like a placeholder before we get to the next destination. And I will go ahead and swap out the music because you've already gone ahead and you've snuck out. You've disposed, I believe, of what you could of the body of the Burgomaster and one of his retainer animals. I don't remember if you like dumped them in an alleyway when no one was looking, or because you're unfortunately the mimic wasn't able to consume all of it, but you've got the head in tow. You're able to, at least for now, put them away. Actually, in case because it sounds like you guys are you all will be skipping town soon, so I just wanted to know, how did you dispose of the bodies again? Or are you going to come back to it and make sure it's more thorough down the line?
I think we just dumped them in some like abandoned building or alley or whatever that all we really did was like put him somewhere where he'd be unlikely to be seen until after the festival.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like hey, if someone finds it afterwards, then cool? Or was this something you're going to address down the line? I'm cool either way.
Nah, we didn't talk about it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess we can burn that bridge when we get to it. Until then, it is almost time for the Festival of the Blazing Sun. I guess I will go ahead and take you to the map of Vallaki, just because it's like a general viewpoint of where you all are. Technically, you are about to head to the town square, so I'll go ahead and I'll just put you in the center of town for now. I'm going to take you all over to the overall map of Vallaki. You'll find yourselves in the center of town. Yeah, festival's about to start, so you can see that people are filing in to the town square, which is to your southeast. What do you look like right now? And is there anything else you'd like to do or say before I presumably... Oh yeah, because you have to do the setup. Now that you got a particular, let's call it a key item in tow. Yeah, tell me a little bit of plans before I take you to the festival place and page. I conflated the two. Yeah, what setup are you doing prior to the main event?
I guess I could just be dressed as like just a city guard.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say similarly. I'm just gonna be disguised as a regular city guard.
Okay. That works for me. So now that you're both dressed as city guards, I assume at least one of you would like to make their way to the stage. Tell me, what have you got going on now?
Yeah, I think our plan was ultimately to just like, assuming there's like a curtain behind the stage, to put the burgomaster's head on like a stick or whatever.
Okay.
Though, I don't know if there are people we'll have to deal with in order to facilitate that, but.
Mm-hmm. All right. In that case, the Burgomaster, despite what might happen on the next map, is a man who is certainly interested, or sorry, was certainly interested in the extravagant and the. He's all about that presentation. So I'm sure there are curtains. Now, what I need is just a simple, your choice of if you want to be. I know you are in disguise. If you want to play it safe and be sneaky, I will take a stealth roll. If you want to act like you're not suspicious, kind of like stroll up with some, important things to place on stage, I will need deception. So it's your choice on how you want to play it. Imagine you're looking over at the crowd. There's a lot of commoners, there's a lot of guards, but you see a way to the stage. You see two paths, one that might involve a little bit more things to hide behind as you head over, and then one that it just guards milling about and a straight shot to the stage. What would you like to do?
I'll go with deception because I'm slightly better at that.
Okay. So you're marching up your special item into. Oh my god. All right, let me go ahead and get that nat 20 in here playing. That is
Good start.
very exciting. All right, so there's a first guard up to him. Can you kind of give us a little head start on just how well this is going for you? The guard, imagine there's a guard, he's pacing, he's got a clipboard in hand, and he's looking at you with an eyebrow raised, and then you.
I just kind of march by him with just an air of importance and just kind of nod at him as I walk by as if I'm supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm. All right. He nods back. You see him break a little smile as if he's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I would just smile at, but what was that? Is insignia on the one of the higher ups. Oh, I'll get a promotion for sure. This will go over great with the kids. I feel like I've gotten really. So he rambles about this in his head, all in the span of you looking at him, and then quickly you're just gone, and all of that goes unheard by both us and the audience. He's very happy.
Yeah.
It was the highlight of this guy's year.
For real though.
Up until the moment that it's revealed that he had the opportunity to stop the Walls-like terrorist attack the city has ever seen.
Out of curiosity, do either of you have access to Fireball? No, honest question.
Good question. Let me check.
Okay.
I do not believe I do.
Okay.
Nope.
I haven't gotten any loot that gives me access to it.
Remind me about 40 minutes from now. Fireball. That's all I have to say. I'm so anyway.
Don't like that.
All right. So you're able to make it to the stage and you easily set it up. You head back and no one is the wiser with a fantastic nat 20 to start off the session. Oh, let me go ahead and mark you down as the latest nat 20. Nearly forgot. Okay. So it's about time for y'all to assume your positions. I've got your tokens ready and handy. Would you like to look at yourselves, someone else? I don't have different tokens for that right now. And where would you like to stand? There's closer to the stage, farthest from the stage, a little off to the side. There's some tents set up in the middle where you can see nobility, kind of people who are clearly fancier than the commoners. As it begins to rain a little, you can see that the drizzle is starting to pick up. Does suck to be those filthy commoners outside, but you see that, Lady Fiona Wachter is closer to the front of the stage. You also see Lady Lydia, the Burgomaster's now widowed wife, although she might not necessarily know that. She's nervously looking closer to the stage. There's actually, sorry, let me read out something to you all. Let me just see. So, under threatening skies, a parade of unhappy children dressed as flowers trudges through the muddy streets, leading the way for a group of sorry-looking men and women carrying a 10-foot diameter wicker ball. The Burgomaster's smiling wife, who holds a sad bouquet of wilting flowers, follows the procession on horseback. And as weary spectators watch from their stoops and throughout the crowd, the ball is borne to the town square. Yes, it is on the way to the town square. Let me post this for y'all. It is going to look different than what I described to you, but that's because they did not expect the players to kill the Burgomaster in this description. So I'm just going to let you imagine. I'm just going to keep that there as is. But yeah, she's on her way. She's closer to the front of the stage, as is Lady Wachter. There are a bunch of commoners and guards throughout. I assume you want to make a quick exit, a quick getaway. So perhaps you'd like to stay in the map? Like, what you all thinking? Let me actually show you all the map. And then perhaps you can get a good idea for where would you like to be. Okay. You'll want to zoom out and go to the very bottom if you want to find your tokens. You're in the bottom left corner. Oh.
I think.
So there's not exactly a curtain.
Oh, just imagine there is a curtain. That wasn't the original intention of the map, but again, it's in character for the Burgomaster to have a curtain. So just like, let me just go ahead and draw a curtain. If you demand it, I will make it so.
Oh, okay.
So the back curtain to hide things from view. I'm just going to put a series of like side curtains here vertically.
Wow, look at all these NPCs, some of whom are important.
Yep.
What an interesting spread. So, where would you like to post up?
I guess I'll make my way for the stage.
I'll probably just head into the middle of the crowd with all the commoners.
Ooh, most interesting. Okay.
Hide in plain sight sort of thing.
Okay.
I'll go this way to not be seen by the Burgomaster's wife.
Okay. Okay. And sorry, this is just a double check. Do you both still look like the same guards, or would you look like someone else? This is not a trick question. I would just like to know from.
I haven't changed my disguise yet.
Okay.
I think I would change my disguise to just be a regular commoner, a very generic looking dude.
All right, generic looking dude. I can make that happen. Okay.
And then you said this red one in the back is also a curtain.
Yeah, it's more like the back curtain, so that like to serve as a backdrop, and so people don't see anything being set up behind, and you can see that the brazier, I forget what it's called, next to you is where they're wheeling there's like, oh man, there's supposed to be scaffolding here. You see that the ball, the wicker ball, it looks like it's about to be set up there specifically.
Mm-hmm. In that case, I will set up the Burgomaster totem in between the two curtains, probably here.
Okay.
Such that when the curtains are full to reveal the wicker ball and everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Burgomaster totem.
I love that. That is so messed up. I'm here for it.
New barbarian subclass just dropped.
Isn't that... Sorry, I just have to double check. Isn't that where you presumably would have set it up while you were here earlier, like 5-10 minutes ago? Or...
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah, I misunderstood the flow of time. But yes, if I already set it up, then great. Okay. In that case, if it's already set up, then yes. I guess I probably would have changed my disguise then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably just be some commoner or whatever. Though I'd still probably be closer to the stage than Julian is.
Okay. What did you? Okay, about there, you'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, most interesting. Okay, I've gone ahead and set up a token for the Burgomaster to reflect the location of his his totem, as the kids say. All right. So a little bit of more description. So the ball is borne into the town square. There, it is hoisted and hung from a 15-foot high wooden scaffold. So at this point, I'm probably gonna move. You see, like the procession that involves uh the burgomaster's widowered wife, whatever the operative term is. You can see that they're like setting up the ball. Yeah. You see that they're splashing it with oil, and you see that the burgomaster's wife, Lydia, is gonna march up nervously to the stage. You see that she's flanked basically by a guard and a maid. You can imagine perhaps if her son were around or those other two waitstaff were around, they probably would be here too, but it feels oddly empty around her. Oh, and also her husband. I completely forgot about that guy, actually. That is completely honest. I'm like, yeah, those are the only important people in her life, right? You see that she holds like in her hand like one of the curtain poles, and she has like paper in her hand as if she wasn't prepared to take part in unveiling the ball. But you know, she is stepping up to the challenge. You see a strong smile on her face, despite the fact she must be incredibly uneasy inside. And let me go ahead and swap out the music just for a bit. You know, it's just for... It sounds so suspicious of me. I just need to find this. Where the heck are you? Oh, it's up here. Give me just a moment. Okay, here we go. Okay, sorry, I'm a little nervous about this. So she pulls the curtain, ready to allow the wicker sun to be set ablaze. At the same time that the sky tears open in a sudden downpour, she cries out, "All will be well," right as both curtains unveil, revealing a wicker ball, but in front of it, can someone describe, I don't know, what expression do you imagine, or did you set for the burgomaster's head as you set him up here on full display?
I mean, probably just like empty expression of death.
Okay. Empty expression of death works for me. So you hear a collective gasp among most of the crowd.
He also does a fake gasp. Both of his hands up to his cheeks.
You also hear a few cheers coming from the back.
Damn. Savage.
You see,
oh fuck! Okay.
You see Lydia looking on. Yeah. She's looking on in horror as the man who was once her husband is no more. Well, and by looking on in horror, I mean she's smiling the same as she always was. As you see some tears forming, at least they seem to be tears forming from her eyes. It sounded like you were about to do something. Before I do something, why don't you go ahead? What were you about to do or say?
I was thinking Keith will just pull like a genie from Aladdin, where he's just like interspersing through the crowd with different disguises. And like, oh yeah, I hated that guy.
That's hilarious.
Man, you would not believe how old I was when I realized that was the genie doing that. Like, I did not get that at all as a kid.
That is fair.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Well, that's not... No, I know. That's not accurate. I realized it was the genie doing that, but it took me way too long to realize that the genie in his, like, human disguise, like, initially was, in fact, the genie. Took me, like, Yeah, it was... I don't know now. Yeah, it was like I did not realize that was supposed to be the genie until he started like actively using magic.
Mm-hmm. I gotcha.
I
would have done the same thing probably.
So, who the hell is this guy?
Not one to waste opportunity. You see Lady Lydia moving towards the stage. Would anyone like to do or say anything before she makes her way up?
Beyond my little act here, no, I'm just gonna watch.
Okay.
Just immediately throw her under the bus too.
Right.
Oh my
She's
god,
making a
you killed her own
power play.
husband! So,
Lady Lydia meets her eyes and can only continue to smile as Fiona looks out over the crowd and begins to speak. She begins to speak about how the abomination of Vargas's rule is no more. As she begins to speak, anything you all would like to say?
not yet.
I just want to double check. Okay. So she'll say, the evil is defeated.
Strahd is dead.
Vargas is no more. His son, an evil, young... Wait, why does it say this? She begins to talk, like, disparage the burgomaster and also make disparaging remarks about his son. And she also, after saying those things, talks about a prophecy that she had received about outsiders who would bring sunlight to Vallaki. This right
About
here is step one of bringing sunlight to Vallaki, with the burgomaster and his stupid festivals no longer wasting city resources, time, energy, and effort that could be used for other more useful things, like growing the city from the inside, making it healthier. And the burgomaster's rituals were keeping us all down in the dirt and the mud. And as she says this, she kind of like kicks some of the stray stage props where they plop into the mud because, again, the rain had begun right as Lydia had said, all will be well. The curtains had dispersed. The ball was about to be lit, and the burgomaster's head was right there. Actually, it's at this point that you see that perhaps the guard and the maid were here attempting unsuccessfully to brandish a sputtering torch, trying to light the wicker ball, but the torch goes out as it's difficult to keep it lit in these conditions. Lady Fiona Wachter has continued with her speech. Anything else from you all?
And what about all those people who were wrongfully imprisoned?
Oh, are you actually saying that?
Yeah.
Okay. So Lady Wachter, upon hearing this from someone she doesn't know, she feels invigorated. She you see like light go into her face as she says, yes, and the Reformation Center, she kind of like looks like she's about to spit but thinks better of it. The Reformation Center, run by the burgomaster and his right-hand man Izek, as well as those reformers, she says, pausing before she says reformers, as if to insinuate her thoughts on them and the matter. She says, with the burgomaster no more, the captain will be able to answer to the city and what they want, and we can loosen the horrid restrictions and all the horrible practices that are occurring in the Reformation Center. People who have wrongfully been imprisoned, people who are wrongfully being hurt, tortured, and otherwise, they can be free. That's what she'll say in response to your statements. A kind stranger.
Right.
Anything else from either of you?
So my insight isn't very good, but nevertheless, do I get the feeling that she's being genuine with all these?
Can I ask you to roll me an insight check, actually?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
about what I expected.
A 14 is good. Let's see. As far as you can tell, she does seem to be against, like, the Reformation Center. You can tell by the tone of her voice seems to be more like this is not entirely accurate, but the way she talks about it, it feels like a pet project for the burgomaster. You know, he shows up once a day, you know, given the schedule, shows up once a day. He judges people, feels good about himself. He puts on these festivals. He feels good about himself. So, she seems like she's happy to improve the city in those ways.
Hmm.
But of course, you get the strange
Maybe she's
feeling
not
that
entirely on the up and up.
exactly. You get the strange feeling everyone's got some sort of agenda, right? Who's to say she's any different?
Well, we can keep an eye on her.
As she is saying things, you hear some murmurs of agreement in the crowd, but you also hear some murmurs of dissent. People saying, "Her, really? I want to listen to her. She's probably the one who killed him." Other people saying things along the lines of, "Get her off the stage." You hear a faint boo, some boos coming from the back. You hear some people turn back towards them. You'll hear someone say, actually, off in the distance in the crowd. It's fun having a crowd because you can have people say random things like, what about the Reformation Center or the people who wrongfully be in prison? And then you'll hear someone say, what about the vampires from the other day? You hear some murmurs of agreement. And she'll say, you see her like, she doesn't pause. She kind of like goes into this. She doesn't skip a beat. Maybe she might skip a third or a quarter of a beat, but she'll go into and say, as long as we're good, there's nothing to fear. I will make sure we're in good standings with. She kind of like pauses and she'll say, our landlord, she'll say, kind of trying to make a cheeky joke of some sort. The burgomaster was not as accepting of the fact that we have a delicate living situation here in the valley. He's the kind of person who would poke a bear and would cry about his eye getting torn out. As long as we're good and are in good standing with those in powerful positions, I think we will thrive as a city. And we shouldn't have to deal with situations like that anymore, she'll say.
Ah, a coward. Got it.
Definitely gonna have to keep an eye on her.
Mm-hmm. All right, it looks like she's about to wrap up. She's talking about things like, now the city can heal from the burgomaster's reign. She's, let me see how she's doing this. Okay. Yes, sorry, give me just a sec. All right, she's finishing up her speech. And she talks about how, if you all would be interested, she would like to be burgomaster, as she feels as the burgomaster's son is not fit to hold a role. She'll mention, there are aspects about him that she'll not go into further detail, but that she knows what is best for the city. And she is looking for perhaps a reaction from the crowd, as she says, please. Not really please, that doesn't seem like the kind of word she would say, but that she hopes they will instill her as their next burgomaster instead.
People find Julian.
So tempting to just like throw a wrench in the operation for
Right. Let's kill her too.
As soon as she mentioned like outsiders bringing sunshine, I was like, oh, she's fucking immediately throwing us under the bus. Like, oh fuck, she's gonna get us blamed and killed for political assassination.
Wait, like sunshine's a bad thing, or?
Well, our characters are like the only like known outsiders to Vallaki right
Yes.
now.
Uh-huh.
And she just kind of pretty heavy-handedly implied that she assumes that we killed the Burgomaster.
Mm-hmm.
By saying that by saying that outsiders were going to bring sunshine to Vallaki, and the death of the Burgomaster is the first step of that like metaphorical sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
Seems pretty unambiguously like, yeah, two people just showed up in our town a couple days ago and they totally killed this guy. But don't worry, guys, it's a good thing.
Yeah, because this guy sucks.
Yeah, because this guy sucks. She's still fucking implicating us in political assassination now. What do you think? What do you think, Keith, about the idea of just letting her take over?
I think she'll probably do a better job than the Burgomaster, but will she do a satisfactory job? I don't know. I think we should continue our plan of skipping town for the moment, but we should check in on it the next chance we get and see how things are going.
Her stance on Strahd suggests to me that she might be in league with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good input. Thank you. As you both are speaking about this, you'll hear some of the guards around you actually say, "We don't want you." And other things of a similar nature say, like, you hear some of the guards booing, because even if you get the sense that some of the commoners might be for her, the guards, how do I phrase this? So the cops, they're not really into, because she said, remember, someone had asked about the Reformation Center, and she's like, all right, less of the things they've been doing, less, what is it, like imprisonment, less incarceration, all that stuff. It's not sitting well with some of the guard-like figures around here. So you hear that her, I don't want to say rise to power, but her rise to power doesn't sit well with, at least not a majority of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, is there anything you'd like to say or do? You're just gonna sit back and watch and see how events unfold, transpire.
Yeah, sit back and watch for a bit, and then probably pretty soon we'll head out.
I see. Okay. It is interesting, the position you've taken here. And by position, I mean the physical position, not necessarily the political position. As you see that the commoner that is directly north of Kiev crumples to the ground.
Oh,
You see that the lady over here will scream. And she'll say, "The guard just killed this woman," she'll say. But Keith, as your passive perception is 14 or higher, you see that the woman right here is hiding a bloody knife in her cloak as she screams and points at the guard. But as you notice this, there is a sense of panic among everyone present here as all the commoners and the guards face each other with a look of, "Don't you do it." Just imagine that everyone's got perhaps the same icon as this person. I'm going to slowly put them on everyone. Is there anything you all would like to do or say before things go from here?
Oh boy, class war. Let's fucking go.
Keith will just straight up cast Minor Illusion and have a big ol' like red arrow appear in the air, just pointing at the bloody knife.
Okay.
Going and just say, "Wait a minute, she killed him."
Mm-hmm. Can you give me a performance check? Won't be anything too difficult.
He's just out here outing himself as a spellcaster to all these country bumpkin rubes.
Yeah.
Okay, a 19 is good.
That commoner has the devil's power.
I'm just going to put it on all these people up here just because they are closest to the situation. Is there anyone else I'm missing? This guy. This guy. This guy. And this guy.
Best way for this possible whole thing to go will actually just going to one by one kill the entire population of Valaki.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? As in response to you pointing to the fact that you said the knife was on this lady's person, right? Or you're like pointing at, because you see the bloody knife in the cloak, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you're pointing at that person. You're essentially outing them as a target, yes?
Yeah,
Big
trying to make it
culture
abundantly clear that she is. Uh-oh.
All right, I will go ahead and remove all the turns. I would like to ask you all to roll for initiative as this guard right here, seeing the arrow, seeing the person who was just killed, seeing that the person like is accusing them. And I guess that you pointed at them and then he looks over at the dagger they're trying to conceal in their cloak. You see him like nod slowly once and he skewers this commoner straight through the chest.
Holy shit!
Class war, class war, class war. Okay, but important question: whose side are we joining?
Very good question. Let me go ahead and swap out the music as things are about to go down. And you know, I would like to make clear, well, theoretically for my benefit, I will be consolidating a lot of the initiatives.
Yeah.
By the way, Lightning,
Yes.
can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
I don't necessarily need an answer on the overarching question right now, but I want to put the idea in your head. Basically.
Sure.
Eviction Strahd, from my understanding, officially, I don't know if this is how you're running him, but officially is actually a devil, correct?
Let me check actually.
Because I believe you said that if it's not destroyed, his fucked up arm severs itself, crawls away, and Eviction Strahd reforms a couple days later as some kind of devil.
Oh, so yes, but that's not official actually.
That's not official?
It's not official.
And it's part of your mod that makes the game more interesting and makes children more trustworthy by making them white.
It's actually not part of that mod, but that is a good question. And it's just, you know, one of the things that I had found in my efforts to make his fight be more than just, what is his normal? It's just, his regular stat block is just multi-attack and hurl flame. And brute,
So what the fuck gives him the ability to hold flame by default?
It's his arm. Let's see. What was it? Yes.
In fact, actually just Godric the Grafted.
So technically, I'll level with you. It says here, fiendish gift. After years of Baron Vlakovich's dirty work, Isaac awakened from a drunken stupor one morning to find that he had grown a new arm to replace the one he had lost. The new appendage has barbed spines, elongated fingers, and long nails. He can create fire with the snap of his fiendish fingers and has used the flames to put the fear of the devil in every Valakian. So this one is vanilla, and like in the base, that whole description. I think some people try to, add more flavor, add more exciting things to the arm. Yes.
Gotcha. Huh. Yeah. Personally, I think that the idea of it just being like some devil was just like, I like the cut of this guy's jib. It just gave him a fucking devil arm for funsies.
Uh-huh.
I think that's personally a lot more interesting than he's actually a devil in disguise. But it's just me.
Yeah, I mean
Well-
that's fair. Yeah, it seems more like he's a normal dude who happens, for whatever reason, whether vanilla or otherwise, to have a devilish arm.
Gotcha. Well, the reason I asked was because of the fact that I finished him off and then like promptly fed from him to kill him.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if that might possibly count as like drinking the blood of an impressive enough foe to hit the next level of vampire transformation.
Ooh.
And like I said, I don't necessarily need an answer right now because I don't think any of us want me to start like going through all those features.
Okay.
But wanted to put the idea in your head.
Okay. I see. Okay. Well, thank you.
Though I would admittedly have a stronger case if he was officially actually literally a devil.
Oh, I see what you mean. Huh. Well, I guess I will keep that in mind. Sorry, give me just a moment. I'm trying to figure out how to... Okay. So you see that the guards are looking around, looking specifically for commoners who are armed. Because some commoners look like they're about to flee and get out of there. Other ones look like they have pulled out a dagger similar to the one that this individual who was just stabbed is wielding.
Damn, that didn't even kill her.
Yeah, she took 3 damage, and she has 4 health.
Commoners, man.
I
Okay.
love that guard like straight up fucking impaled her, and she's like, "Damn, 'tis but a flesh wound."
Well, bleeding profusely, I'm sure. Okay. To make things easier for me, I'm going to be color coding some things. Let me see. Red, orange, yellow, green. Okay. Orange, green. The colors will make sense in just a moment. Orange, green. There's a lot of greens being rolled here. Yellow, green, red, orange, orange, green, orange. It's a lot of orange too. Green, yellow, red, orange, okay. So I don't go crazy. I'm just gonna imagine for a moment that everyone on the bottom half of the screen are people who are about to disperse so that we can keep this situation under control up here. Oh boy. All right. So the guards are up first. The ones who are red look. You know what? Can I ask you both to give me your choice of perception or insight checks?
Inside. Okay, perception.
Perception's
19.
good. Oh, those are really good. Okay. So the red guards seem intent on. Oh, actually, I will have this apply. Huh. Yeah, I'll have this apply in multiple ways. So the guards in red, they look hostile towards. They look like they are intent on, like, oh, it is. Hold on. I gotta swap these two because this guy literally stabbed that person. Okay. The red people look intent on bringing justice. The orange people seem very aggressive as well. The yellow people seem a little hesitant, and the green people actually, like the one closest to you two, is like hissing at the other guy, like, "What are you doing?" And the green ones seem to be on, we'll just call it on the commoner side, as opposed to on the guard side. This is a very interesting set of. I had rolled this off to the side, and this is a very interesting layout of characters at your disposal, or to be disposed of, depending on how you look at it. And so this guard right here, I'm gonna have to make it easy. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a lot going on here. So this guard will attempt to. Oh my gosh, how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna do a temporary mini initiative right here. The initiative rolls here for the guards seem to be +1. So I'm going to roll 3d20, which are for 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 5d20 for, in order, the orange, red, green guards, to see how this plays out. We have a 17, 6, a 13, a 2, and an 18. Okay. So as he raises his spear high to execute this individual, these other two guards will, actually this guard right here will kind of step in and like hold his spear up to attempt to shield the victim from the blow, at which point this person comes in to try to finish off the combat situation here. And he's going to go in and attempt to actually not stab this individual, but kind of loop the spear around her neck. At which point, 17, 6, 13 to 18. The guard in the middle over here is an active state of trying to overpower the green guard over here on the right to kind of finish off the person. Oh my gosh, it's just a whole clusterfuck here. 6 and 2. Yeah, they're just all going in right here. There's like a big situation here. There's a lot of, should we kill the person? Should we not kill the person? Let me look around. All right, well, these two are going to fight it out because there's 2 greens and an orange. This yellow person over here will attempt to battle this person. Edvar. Oh, yes, Edvar's spear grapple. Give her the nutbuster. The classic nutbuster. This guard over here is going to come in and attempt to strike this commoner. Wow. The commoner easily, deflects it. It was pretty nice. A few more guards to finish up, and then we can take it over to y'all's turns. Yellow. This guard will attempt to... Where's this character sheet? Open character. Will attempt...
What's the yellow mean again?
The yellow means they are think of it like red is like for real aggressive, orange is rather like moderately aggressive, yellow is they look like they're trying to do their jobs. They're not on the green level of working against their fellow foe, but they're trying their best to at least subdue people. So this person right here is making an athletics check against this commoner, who is going to make a contested, I can find their sheets. Here it is. Let's try to get out of it. Okay. This person has been restrained. Or grappled.
Big fan of arresting someone for resisting arrest.
This guard over here is going to so many things here. Strike this commoner. Oh, instantly felling them. But you'll notice that as they slump to the ground, a dagger jumps out and clatters to the ground. Let me with a draw dagger. I will put something there to indicate the dagger that has fallen out in a moment. A few more, and then we'll take it over to you all. Guard. This one over here on the bottom right will strike successfully, knocking out, killing this person, and a dagger also falls out of their cloak. And this guard is just gonna move in and try to apprehend this person. You'll notice that, the red and orange are going for the kill, whereas these, at least the yellow ones, are going for arrest. All right, that is 2 people arrested. 2 people killed on this right side, at least. And so, Keith, it is finally your turn.
He has no fucking idea what's going on. So evidently there's some other political revolt happening at the same time. But Keith has no idea what the motivations are.
Uh-huh.
Though he does know that, this commoner was murdered in cold blood as part of the revolt. So that's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. And
you have no idea how tempting it is to just cast Shatter on this group right here.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
or to just go for this lady, because fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. Double revolution.
Keith is just gonna look to Julian to just see what he's thinking.
Julian is clearly confused, but there's also an undeniable look of excitement.
Oh, wait. Julian, you're dressed as a commoner right now, right?
I am currently dressed as a commoner.
Okay.
Yes.
You'll see that, I guess, at least the red guard for sure, he looks like he's trying really hard to drive the spear through this individual. The green guard is trying to stop him. But he also looks like he sees you. And you see him squint his eyes. And for a brief moment, it's like you can hear him say, I bet you're going to try to kill me too. I have to kill you first.
So, as if that, in case that interaction didn't just happen, to get a pretty good read on Julian right now. God damn it, I'm doing it again. It still says Julius on the tone order, so it keeps confusing me.
Oh.
I don't know what that's pulling from that causes that. To get a good read on Julian's mental state right now, he also looks pretty. He looks confused about what's going on, but there was an undeniable if slightly subtle expression of excitement, and You get the sense that whatever is going on, he's about to start swinging.
No, man, there's so many things I want to do, but I don't know if they're in character or what consequence they're gonna have. By the way, so to clarify, this lady on the left up here is the Burgomaster's wife,
Yes.
The late Burgomaster's
Yes.
former wife.
and
Yes.
the one on the right, who is she again?
Lady Wachter, your quest giver, she's like, can you find out more
Right.
information? Because that guy's kid fucked up my daughter, and also he's not running the city, right? Make Vallaki great again. I don't know.
Yeah, and when Julian asked Olio if this was basically just a power play, she was like, "Oh, what? Of course not. What?"
Um,
Ow.
and to clarify in my notes, she was the one who was sleeping with the corpse of her husband. Yeah.
How
Yes.
dare you? The corpse of her husband, in fresh mint, unwrapped condition, just happened to be in the bed. You didn't actually see them in the bed. Oh, you did see them in the bed together when you came back the second time, or at least when Carrion went back the second time. So, yeah, this is the lady with the weird husband in her bed situation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that so wrong?
Is it so long for the new leader of the Free Peoples of Vallaki to have a corpse fetish?
Right? Don't kink shame. We may kink question, but we don't kink shame.
He is going to hold his action to attack if someone attacks him or Julian, but will otherwise not currently take any action.
Okay. All right.
He's trying to get a read on the situation, which probably isn't going to happen, but...
So, which one of these guards in this cluster just gave me the "I'm gonna fucking kill you" eyes?
The red one, the one who just stabbed this lady straight on. Somehow she still survived, but is ready to strike again. He is out for it. This is the one that was accused of stabbing and killing the other commoner. He hasn't killed anyone yet that you know of.
I mean, sure, but like attempted model, All right. Oh, I'm gonna move 5.
Of a murderer that Keith pointed. Oh, no, go ahead. Take it away.
15, 20.
You will be flanking, yes.
Nice. I did give fair warning. I was gonna start swinging.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna swing first at the guy, and then I'll role play it out based on the result.
Okay. You're probably gonna murder him, but yes, feel free to hit.
Bralef, you're probably more familiar with this than I am. If you cast Disguise Self on yourself, is the stuff that is your equipment hidden or otherwise disguised?
Let's see.
If I'm wearing a weapon on my back and I am disguised as a commoner who by default does not get to have access to real weapons in their stat block, would the weapon be like invisible?
No. You make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends or until you use your action to dismiss it. So yes, they can be whatever you want.
A lollipop.
Okay.
I see.
Gotcha.
An anime body pillow.
I don't know, like a bundle of fucking weed or something on my back. Okay, I'm just gonna swing at this guy. Two-handed longsword attack.
24 will hit.
10 slashing damage on this dude here.
Okay. Any other bonuses? I assume you're not raging, but I just want to double check.
I'm not raging.
Okay. You successfully bring him to 1 health, at which point he cries out in pain, and he turns his head, and you can just see a look of hatred and vitriol on his face. All right.
Julian just looks kind of excited still.
Mhm.
All right, well, he's still up, so multi-attack.
23 connects.
11 slashing damage. Goddamn, couldn't get that one.
So that is enough to down him if you'd like to describe that particular one for him.
So what weapon is he using? A spear?
He is using a spear, yes.
So the second attack is like a downward slash. The guy like moves to block it with the spear. And Julian kind of catches the spear
Nice.
and twists it out of the way. And basically brings his sword down really low to the ground in a way that like hooking his hand like hooking the pommel of his sword basically behind the spear, dragging the guy down with him, and the guy just like lands directly on the point of the blade, and it just kind of like goes clean through his neck.
Oh. Damn. Savage.
Julian stands to full height again and just kind of tilts the blade back down, pulls it out of the guy's throat.
Okay. Upon this kill, you'll see that the orange guards have their attention trained on you.
All right.
Yep. Anything else from me?
That is going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up are the commoners. I'm going to work my way from left to right. The one that is directly below you, that is brandishing the weapon, that I'm just like putting this indicator next to them, is going to attempt to actually shank the guard who was looking evilly at you directly to your south. Let's see if it... Oh. I see. Give me just a moment. The attacks are over here. All right. Whisper toggle, advantage toggle, public, normal. I miss the buttons. Do you know where the buttons went where you can like do their attacks on the top of the page? Do you know what I'm talking about? Where there used to be an option where you could, all the attacks would be listed on the top when you click on a token, and then you could just like click the button and it would like execute and roll for you. I don't see it these days since the recent updates.
I don't recall that being a thing in Roll20.
Mm-mm.
Sounds like a Foundry thing.
Well, it was Roll20. I was surprised to see it up here. It's pretty convenient.
Weird. I never saw that when I was running.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I just thought of something fun to add more chaos to the scene. Can we say I moved 30 feet closer to the stage? If not, it's fine. I can take time, but
I'm only leaning towards no because of the fact that you like specifically held your action to defend against, or I guess attack anyone who attacked you or Julian.
true. Nice.
Right, almost ready. Give me a moment. All right.
Wait, that's not a commoner at all.
The lady who had the one accused of murder, stabs the guard for 4 damage.
Which gold?
The one
Orange
here.
guard.
Yeah, orange guard directly below you. It looks like only attacks once. Okay. Who else is a common over here? Well, these ones will move into position here. And we'll begin shanking this person. With a 22 and a 13. Actually, the 22 will hit. The 15 is not supposed to hit, so I'm gonna up its health. Like this guy, despite looking directly at Julian and ready to attack, senses the stab coming and deflects it with the back of his spear. This guard over here, being beset upon by some commoners, is able to loses out and gets hit by the first attack, dropping him by 6 health, but is able to deflect the attack on the right again by deflecting with the base of his spear. What is it? Commoner turn? This commoner right here is going to try to escape from this guard. We'll take the disengage action and we'll run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 through this tent where the nobles have already dispersed. And the other ones over here are dead. So next we're up to some guard turns. Oh boy. The orange one over here, who just almost got stabbed by the murderer commoner, is going to actually, despite the fact Julian here just killed his comrade in a pretty gruesome way, is going to go for the easy kill. Oh, no, orange is... Oh, sorry, I'm misunderstanding the AI here. Is going to... try to arrest the commoner that tried to stab him. A 14 against a contested 2. All right, has success. This feels like we're playing Streets of Rogue. Has successfully arrested this commoner over here. Is currently restraining her with the sphere. The classic. What was it called? The Edvar's spear grapple situation.
Yep.
This guard below him is going to actually try to stab him, which doesn't make sense to me because of the fact that they're supposed to be like, well, stabby time, I guess. Ooh, an 18 successfully connects. The 7 piercing hurts quite a bit for the orange guard. Orange guard up here is going to try to arrest the commoner that successfully connected with him up above. So we have a 14 to athletics versus a 15 to athletics. So is unable to. The guard down here is going to try to stab that guy actually, which is quite interesting. It's technically flanking with an individual who is attacking him. So I will go ahead and have the guard roll this again. Ooh. All right, the 8 does not hit. The yellow guards over here are preoccupied with arresting, but the orange guard... Keith, you're disguised as a guard, right?
Technically, I think the last thing I did, I think...
Oh, you cast the thing, right?
Well, casting doesn't break disguise self, but I believe the last thing I did was disguise myself as various commoners to ask questions in the crowd.
Oh, so you look like a commoner right now, right?
I believe so, yes.
All right, I'll need a contested athletics or acrobatics from you. Oh, that seems pretty easy. Oh, wow. Okay, so you easily evade capture. There's 2 guards left, and then we'll go ahead and take it to Keith and then Julian. So the guard up here will go 5, 10, 15. We'll see this commoner that's restrained. We'll actually move over here to flank for good measure. The yellowish guard will say, all right, I got her. What are you doing? And the red guard will kind of raise the spear and drive it straight through the commoner's head. Let's see how that goes. Wow. Okay, by straight through the head, I mean more like the shoulder. Wow. Very interesting.
I say lean in. I say lean in and just be like, yeah, it goes straight through the head. It misses everything vital, but man, back when I was watching South Park to prove that it was okay for me to hate it,
Mhm.
they actually did a gag kind of like that where the male holds up a gun to her temple and shoots, and it's supposed to be very obvious that she just killed herself. Anyway, she appears like in the next scene, and she just has a bandage wrapped around her head.
Hmm. Actually, I don't know why this guard did this because this one's already arrested, but sure, now she's double arrested. Uh-huh. All right. Keith, you are up. You've attempted to be arrested by this guard over here.
Keith is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I suppose he'll dash in order to get up on the stage.
Okay. Lady Walker looks surprised to see, because you're just as a commoner. Oh, okay. She's a little surprised to see you, a commoner she does not know, but sure, whatever.
She'll look at the lady and the burgomaster's wife, and then to the burgomaster. But as he needed to dash to get here, that's the end of his turn.
Okay. All right, Julian, you're up.
All right. What is the most reasonable course of action? Do I continue to kill cops or do I attack cultists?
Clearly, you should just kill them all.
I mean, like, kinda, yeah. I mean, like, why not, right? Move over here. Unless that would that provoke an attack of opportunity from this guy, actually? Or
So
this lady?
no. Wait, you look like a what is it? A commoner?
Yeah, I currently still look like a commoner.
Based on what I'm seeing here, no, it would not trigger an attack of opportunity. You are fine.
Okay. Even from this cop?
Yes, the orange cop looks intent on. If I'm seeing this, the orange cop doesn't. They're not as bloodthirsty as the red ones. They are. Let me see this. Yeah, they seem to be. Their AI seems to suggest apprehension. They're the ones who theoretically arrest too.
Okay.
But that one's still kind of upset that you killed one of his allies. But sure, no, he's gonna look at you and perhaps growl, but he wasn't intent on killing you. At least for now. But yeah, you can go ahead and move if you want.
So can I roll insight to see like if everyone here seems to be like what they are actually like pretending to be? Like the cops I can understand, like the guards, it's like, okay, sure, maybe some of them just have a looser idea of like the ethical code that they were supposed to operate by. But like all the commoners, do they seem to, do they seem to just actually be commoners? Because like, the first one absolutely pulled a dagger on someone and killed them in cold blood to initiate this. And the rest of them aren't like running away, they were standing and fighting, which is not generally like not generally like proletariat behavior.
Sure, yes. It's hard to say just because
What can I roll insight for it?
Yeah, you can.
17.
Right. 17 is good. So the ones that are, wielding these daggers, I've gone ahead and you can see the ones that are dead, the daggers fell out. Let me copy and paste a few more because you can tell that these ones over here have daggers on them. These ones you can tell for sure perhaps might be a little bit different than your traditional commoner. But the two that are arrested over there, let's just say a dagger hasn't fallen out yet, so you're not sure about them.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the ones who are standing and fighting, you can tell they're different from your traditional commoner. For the most part, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no.
Might as well be as morally neutral as possible and kill everyone indiscriminately.
Yeah.
So I shall attack this communal.
Okay.
Longsword 18.
18 connects.
8 slashing damage.
Okay. With 1 health remaining, well, this commoner sees you, and I'm trying to remember correctly. Sorry, you're dressed as the commoner. They're like looking at you in a combination of it's like 75% pain and 25% like, come on, ACAB. Like looking over at the guard that they've been attacking. But is still up otherwise. Actually, at this point, I'm probably going to remove these icons because there's a lot of them going on. But yes, that is your first attack.
And I'll attack her again.
Okay.
Aha! Well, that was an 11.
An 11 just misses. She's able to, I guess, perhaps parry it with her dagger, but you see like doing that and the position that she had to do that kind of like gives her, it kind of exacerbates the pain that she has from the first strike.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but she is still up from the second attack. Anything else from you?
That will be it for me.
All right. Next up will be the commoners, quote unquote commoners and otherwise, and then the guards after that. So the commoner down here, seeing that the one she had accused of murder is dead.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, what you got?
I think I've landed 3 attacks. Everyone so far has like bled and not seemed undead, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Well, then I should have 3 fury points. I
Ooh,
gotta get
nice.
better at keeping track of that. I will not be spending anyway now, but that's the end. So that's still the end of my turn.
Okay. So the commoner here on the bottom, she's gonna take her dagger and attempt to strike it clean through the guard on the left, who kind of like growled at you as you left, but isn't in a position to want to like murder people. Will strike with a dirty 20, enough to fell this guy. The commoner here is actually going to take the opportunity to disengage. We'll go 5. $10, $15, $20 is going to duck under the stage. $25, $30. So they're under the stage right now in an attempt to escape. This one over here, finishing off the... Oh, sorry, I had to move this one with that one up here. Is going to try to strike the guard to her west. The 14 misses and clanks unceremoniously against his armor. The other commoner is here. Oh, sweet. Over to guards, and after that, I'll be back to you both. The one here is gonna move 5, 10, 15. Scoot over here, and in an attempt to strike down this other guard, flanking it with that commoner, quote unquote, over there. So I will grant him advantage for this, and he misses anyway. The guard who's being flanked will try to strike back. And by strike back, I mean, sorry, he's orange. He's going to attempt to subdue this commoner right over here with an athletics check. The commoner will not avoid it and gets arrested. The commoner here is going to step over this body, 5, 10. Sorry, it's not a common, it's a guard. And we'll try to strike this guard who just finished the arrest, and we'll miss. I feel like because Keith is up here, I will go ahead and add a turn for Fiona. Let me just go ahead and make her rolls visible.
Depends on Tom just saying, what the absolute fuck is happening?
I'll have her go after you if that's what you would prefer.
Okay.
The guards, there are 3 left to move. Oh my gosh, a lot going on here. There's a lot of bodies. This one over here will attempt to arrest. Oh no, she's already arrested. Who else needs to be? Oh, and that one's arrested too. Huh. Damn, no one left for him to kill, except for these guards who are clearly attacking his friends. He's gonna go ahead and flank this one. Oh, but he's not a killer guard. He is going to try to arrest him. That 4 is not doing anyone any favors because the other guard will successfully avoid it. This guard over here is certainly out for blood, and we'll go move into position here, and we'll strike down his fellow foe with a 19. And by strike down, I mean kind of like bring him below half health.
Is he attacking the green guard?
He is attacking the green guard, yes. Sorry, there is a lot going on.
It is so confusing.
I wish I had arrows to like point at.
Yeah, so.
I might work on that while you all do your turns. And then last but not least, this guard over here. With some successful arrests. Yeah, these 3 are gonna move in to try to arrest. Who are they aggressive? Orange. And yeah. Let me get this right. Orange and yellow. Oh. Orange and yellow are winning over green. This is kind of like green versus... Okay. You know what? I am gonna just... My gosh. Last turn, and then I'll be done.
Last turn, and then it's all over.
Okay. He's going to move into position over this arrested guard's body. And he's going to try to strike the green guard also. Wait, no, he's an arrester. Sorry. He's going to arrest the green guard. Let's see if he avoids it. He does not. So the green guard is arrested also. All right. Oh, thank God. Keith, your turn. Go ahead.
All right. Chief, facing the severed head of the Burgomaster, is going to cast Speak with Dead.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Yep. And we're back. You had cast Speak with Dead, was it, on the Burgomaster's head?
Yep.
All right. Can you... all right. Well, yeah, that seems correct to me. Let's see. Stop a mouth. Can't be undead. Target of the spell within the last 10 days. That would be funny if that were the thing that stopped it from happening. 5 questions. All right. So, Lady Fiona Wachter is about to have her mind blown. What would you like to start us off with?
What happened to Stella Wachter?
Oh my gosh. This is the kind of thing you drop on me? Okay, let me see. Brief, cryptic, repetitive, no compulsion to offer a truthful answer. He will answer... Oh, actually, hold on. I have to be fair. Let me pull this up. Let me double check. Okay. That's question number 1. He'll answer, "Ask my son."
Fuck off. He's dodging the question. Kill him. What?
Do you think that chaining up a man in your house for speaking out against you is a fair and just punishment?
Yes.
Why is there a room full of scarecrow plushes in your house?
My captain of the guard goes to the toy maker in the southeast of town and specifically requests them to be made.
No, that's actually that's more helpful of an answer than I expected.
I mean, I would have loved to keep the vague thing going, but I think it was very. The more fun answer for me was for him to be a little bit more specific.
Yeah. That's the 3 questions I could think of, so I'll probably end my turn there for now while I try and think of something else to ask.
Okay. Fiona Wachter is like watching this. She's like looking at this. Hold on, let me check something real quick. She looks very interested in you. You look like a commoner, right? I'm so sorry
yeah,
that I can
I,
read it. There's a lot of
probably just
discussion.
look like an old lady or
Okay.
something.
Oh, an old lady. She'll say, You hold such power. Tell me, have you more?" She looks like thirsty. Not thirsty in the biblical sense, but as if you have much to offer her and she would like to offer you much in return. But until then, actually, do you want to respond real quick before we take it over to Julian?
He'll look at her, but not respond yet.
Okay. Then down to Julian. You're in the midst of quite an interesting battle over here. Yes. What would you like to do?
Okay. Who here has been arrested? Who here is still fighting and dying?
The arrested people are anyone with a net next to them. So that is this person, and so it's this guard who's fighting against the other guards, and then this commoner with a dagger on them. She's the one who I think is the one who who was like, "Oh, he killed her." This guard here is attacking the aggressive guards. This one over
So
here.
this green guy is attacking this orange
Exactly.
guy. This green guy is captured. This guy, and this guy, however, I just noticed that there was like a much shorter delay on when you can ping. I like that they finally like shortened that cooldown. But this guy, and this guy don't have any color indicator on them.
Yes, I accidentally removed it because I removed the wrong icon. I'm pulling up the VOD actually that I just transferred over. The bottom one is orange, the middle one is red, and the top one is orange.
This guy's red.
Yes. So he's like out for blood for sure. And then of course the orange people are just here to arrest. I guess the red and green are killing. Like, think of them as for sure like the against each other.
I'm gonna attack the red guy.
All right, have at it.
Haha, 20.
Make an X.
11.
Oh. You want to describe how you killed this one? Sorry, I sounded way too excited about that, but you just like instant killed him.
In one quick motion, Julian makes his way around, and then like right as he walks up behind this guy, does one quick little slash with his sword, goes goes about halfway into the back of this guy's neck, like leaving through his spine while leaving the neck otherwise intact.
Nice. Damn. All right.
He had to snick this guy.
All right. Well, hey, you got a second attack. You do see that the green guards have their eyes trained on the orange guards. Again, orange guards arrest, green guards kill red or orange guards.
Good point. Good point. Okay, I'm going to attack this orange gold. I can't wait to find out that I'm on the wrong side of history with all this, but whatever. Attack 14.
A 14 bounces off of the armor that they are equipped with.
Damn it. Oh. Can't wait for it to be like, yeah, green meant that they were aligned with the Strahd cult.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll cross that bitch when we get to it, I guess. That's going to be the end of my turn.
All right. Oh, Lord. Commoners. Are there any commoners who aren't arrested? Hold on. Let me look over at the camera. Oh. Well, thank goodness for that. That makes my job easier. Oh, I forgot there was the commoner here who was hiding under the stage. Completely forgot about her. The guards are up. Let's see what colors are here. Arrested. So there's 3 oranges and a green. All right. Well, since I go left to right, the green guard is going to try to strike down the guard directly to his right. The one that is 2 away from Julian. He's going to grip his spear tightly. Deal that is enough to drop him. Most unfortunate. But the other 2 guards are going to rush over and try to arrest him. So let's go ahead and we have an athletics roll, a 20, an acrobatics roll to try to avoid. This green guard is successfully arrested. Let's go over to Keith, who has 2 questions remaining on Speak with Dead. And is in the guise of an old woman, and this other lady, Lady Wachter, is quite interested in you. Not biblically, but for her own benefit.
How have you been dealing with the vampires that are tormenting your town?
Oh, sorry. For a sec, I thought you were asking Lady Wachter, so I was about to answer as her in character. And I'm like, oh, wait, this is one of your Speak with Dead questions. Let me make sure I get the correct answer here. He'll say, he'll say, up until yesterday, vampires had not been seen in this town for decades. Clearly, the festivals were working. That is question number 4, meaning you've got 1 left.
What issues do you think would arise if Fiona Wachter were to take your place?
A lot of issues, as Lady Fiona Wachter is in league with that vampire devil. And with question number 5. I would say the light that once filled its eyes fades, but was there really light filling the Burgomaster's eyes in the first place?
I know there's a fight happening and all, but I'll trust at least enough people heard that.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Hobble off the stage.
Okay. Actually, I should probably write down these questions that you had asked specifically and review them, but what problems would arise if is in
Damn. I actually missed that answer. Would you mind repeating that one?
Yes. So in response to what problems would arise if Fiona rises to power or takes over the town or is Burgomaster? And Vargas replied with a lot, as Lady Fiona Wachter is in league with that vampire devil.
I knew it.
Do you happen to remember off the top of your head what questions 1, 2, 3, and 4 were? I can check them out, of course, but
Yes. 1 was what happened to the daughter.
Yes.
Which
Ask
I think you
my
just
son.
said ask
Yep.
Izek.
Mhm.
No,
he said
his
ask his son, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think chaining up a man for speaking out against you is fair and just? To which he said yes. Keith asked that just to have his answer heard by the crowd, more or less.
Okay.
Why is there a room full of scarecrow plushes in your house? To which he gave me an actual answer. Give me some directions or something.
Mm-hmm. the toy maker, Blinsky in the east of town. I didn't say the name Blinsky before, but he probably would have mentioned Udo Blinsky. Wait, no, not Udo. He's the shoemaker. It's Blinsky. It's something Blinsky.
And question 4 was, what have you been doing about the vampires that have been tormenting your town?
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fiona looks on in shock. Anything else you want to do or say before she tries to patch things up in her 6 seconds of time?
What do you think?
What do you think? Can I kill him?
Yeah.
What better opportunity?
And he'll end his turn. Actually, hold on. How many? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No. Guess those. Wait, 5, 10. Okay, the guy got 5 feet of movement left, so he'll
Okay.
step here and end his turn.
Okay. Before Julian takes his turn, Fiona is going to say, oh boy. Well. Okay. Very interesting. Oh boy. The true monster of this town was Vargas himself. Vargas's fear of Strahd wasn't only an excuse to get away with mistreating the people. Strahd is simply a negligent landlord. And I should know because I met Strahd personally. And that's all she'll say for her turn, because honestly, I gave her a lot of time for 6 seconds. Julian, you're up.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I hope she doesn't have a high strength score.
Mm-hmm. What do you like to do?
Going to spend my turn on Hell Tendrils. She has to make a DC 15 strength save.
Ooh. Well, I don't see anything here that would help her out with that. So it is a 16.
Just natural 16. Motherfucker. God damn it.
Wait,
I can never win.
Keith, do you have Devil Sight or do you have True Sight? You have Devil Sight, right?
Devil Sight.
Oh, well, I don't like that question.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's all. That's all. I was just curious. All right.
Don't worry. I now have meta information that will be able to help us. No, I'm just kidding.
And I forget, you look like a commoner too, correct?
Are you asking me or are you asking Keith?
Oh, I'm asking you.
Yeah, I currently look like a commoner who is just 1, weirdly fast,
Mhm.
2, has a fancy longsword for some reason, and 3, 4 goddamn tendrils of pure darkness just emerged from my back, all
Okay.
of which missed the weirdly effective at dodging noble lady.
Uh-huh.
What's your athletics, by the way?
Mine?
Julian?
Yeah.
7.
Nice.
Why?
No, I just wondering because you could always just grapple her normally.
Yeah, but if I grapple her normally, I don't also do 3d6 force damage.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me to deal the damage. So I'll
The
apply
force
it.
damage only applies if she
Oh,
fails.
okay.
Well, you could grapple her with one attack and then attack her with the other.
No, this is not an attack. It is an action to
Well,
do that.
yeah, I meant for regular grappling, just going forward.
Yes. But, then I don't get the cool black tendrils emerging from my back.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. Fair enough.
Mhm.
It's like you're not even listening.
That's the reason. So she'll kind of
Understood.
squint a little bit, and she'll whisper, "Strahd?"
Gods, you wish.
Anything else from you?
Unfortunately, no.
All right. Let me go down to these guards over here. Looks like all
I
the
mean,
green.
that was quite the display, but it's probably still in my best interest not to
Mhm.
not to activate my rage, seeing as that makes it even more obvious that I'm a vampire.
Okay. We're back to the top of initiative. Keith, you can go ahead. You can see that most of the situation in the top half is under control. You see that the bottom half of the stage, I haven't the bottom half of the map, I haven't adjusted them, but imagine that most of the people have fled. Obviously, kind of like what was being said before about the the commoners, most of them would have fled. Perhaps a few would have stood and fought. You could tell that most of the ones standing and fighting, especially for Julian, were perhaps people with ulterior motives. But some of the commoners fighting off in the distance, you can tell are just normal people who are defending themselves against perhaps bloodthirsty guards, perhaps against being arrested. But the crowd has dispersed, and you can kind of see that a few fires are being set throughout the town.
Oh, damn!
I
What
love this town.
All right. Well, since we're killing this woman now, Keith is just gonna send a shadow lunging at her. 21 to hit.
Let me see. A 21 will hit.
Minimum damage. Wait, no, that's not minimum damage. It's just bad damage. Then does a 13 hit?
A 13 does hit.
9 force damage.
Okay. You see that she is looking rough. She'll kind of like look at you specifically with pleading eyes, seeing the miracles that you had performed, and she'll say, "Why?"
I don't trust you at all.
Okay. Anything else that you'd like to do or say on your turn?
Fortunately, you can't take chances with Strahd's associate. And he'll end his turn. Actually, Carrion will suddenly appear and peck at her, because I didn't use my bonus action, so might as well. Giant bird. Four piercing damage, and then a con save or take that poison.
Okay, give me just a moment. I need to check something.
I believe my DC is actually 16. Because with Chain Master or whatever invocation it was that I took, he can use my DC.
So you're saying, sorry, DC 16?
Yep.
All right, I need to check something else.
What's the DC for that based off of 8 plus proficiency modifier plus charisma?
Yep, and then +1 because of my my wand. What is it? Rod of the Pact Keeper.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, it is 15 to hit for 10. All right, oh boy, let's see how this goes then.
DC 16 con save to avoid that 10 poison damage, I guess.
Open character sheet. It's over here.
One of these days I'll get to do something cool with Hell Tendrils.
What is that, once per short rest, long rest?
Oh, no. I can use it unlimited times. It's just
cool.
that every time I use it, either the guy survives with 1 fucking health or just misses by sheer dumb luck.
The save isn't a terribly high DC.
It is not. That's why I was asking about what your save was, because I was gonna request a change to that later.
Okay. That is enough to down her. If you'd like to describe how Carrion kills her.
Carrion will just appear from the ether in a burst of feathers and just strike her through the heart with his profane beak.
Okay.
Add Lady Fiona Wachter to Carrion's list of kills.
All right. Well, she slumps to the ground, and as she fades out of consciousness forever, she'll say, "Save Stella." And then she'll take her last breath. Anything else from you?
Nope. That's the end of my turn.
All right. Julian, you are up. Most of the commotion seems to have died down. Anything else you would like to do before I potentially... Mm-hmm.
Well, there's not much left to do anyway at
Okay.
this point. I guess I could go kill this guy, whatever.
Keith would probably look at him and say, probably about time for us to go.
Despondently kicks the ground. Okay.
Though, if you don't mind carrying her, we could probably get some answers out of her as well.
I'm your pack mule now. Don't you have a bag of holding or something?
No. That
Fine.
It's up to you. You can always just chop her head off.
I feel like Speak with Dead's not actually supposed to allow that, but whatever.
They just need a mouth.
It's weird. Whatever. Fine. Julian will decapitate the newly crowned Burgomaster.
This town's gonna be just fine.
Gonna be these people are doing great. Alright, well, add fucking Fiona Walkdor's head to my inventory.
What an interesting
yeah.
addition. All right. Well, it sounds like then you all are escaping into the night. Not that night is falling yet, but yes, you are out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, and with that, I will declare you all victorious.
As we're leaving, Julian will call out, I recommend looking into electing your heads of state.
On that note, what has Lady Burgomaster been doing?
Smiling.
Honestly, it's easier for me to just have her looking on in shock. And yeah, well, she has a lot to work through, especially given the fact that the head of her husband is there. There's a lot for her to. She's already been going through a lot. So yeah, you all are escaping off into the quote unquote the night. Can I get just, I guess, either stealth or athletics checks from you for just bailing? But I guess, you do have your disguise self, so...
I can also turn us invisible if need be, but...
Okay.
Out of character, I don't know if she's actually untrustworthy enough to be worthy of death, but at this point, it's pretty definitely what Keith and Julian would do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me just go ahead and pull up a different song. Okay, you all are about to escape Vallaki. Quick question before I take you to the overarching Barovian map. Perhaps in all the chaos, the guards on the western gates are a little held up at the moment, a little too busy to notice people escaping the town, leaving the town. Is there any place you would like to stop by before you leave town? The orphanage, the church, I assume not the inn. I assume not a general store. I assume not Lady Wachter House, Burgomaster Place, his mansion, the Reformation Center. I just assume just getting out of town, getting out of Dodge. I'll go ahead and take you to this map.
Did you say fires were started?
Yes. Yeah, there are fires that have been started, originating from the town square and outwards.
Gotcha. Well, that's no good, but we don't really have time to deal with that right now.
Okay.
That's a them problem. Look, we've destabilized the hell out of this city. It's probably best if we just go.
We can literally. It's literally just that gif. We did it, Patrick. We saved the city.
Nice.
Yep, true.
But yeah, anything else you want to visit before I take you to the overarching map?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Which map I am? Where are you? Okay. Let me take you all to this map. Well, nice work. The horrid burgomaster, and his iron grip on the town, he's gone. It's great. Also, that nefarious Lady Wachter and her being in league with the devil, he's gone. Town's going to be great. It's going to be doing great.
Who's the next in line? Udo. Udo can run the place.
Oh, sorry. I have one more thing to ask you. Let me go back to the town real quick. You see, as you hurry out of the gates, let me go ahead and take you out the gates. As you're passing by, the fires of the town shining behind you, there is one more set of lights that catch your eye before you leave Vallaki proper. And that is a camp filled with wagons, and some faint fires that you can see. But these don't look to be the kind that have been set willy-nilly. These seem to be more like inviting, welcoming fires. So you can proceed down there if you like, or you can just keep going, getting as far away from the burning town as you can.
Well, probably would have changed my disguise at some point. And given that, I'm fine with stopping by this little encampment.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
I'll probably just after we're out of the city, I'll probably just drop my disguise.
That's fair.
Okay. I have a question for you all. Now, I have run the camp before and can run it again. I just wanted to get a feel for you all. Would you like to stop after having just left the town? Would you like to stop when you first arrive at this place? Or if you can give me a little bit of time, I can run this next, not encounter as in a combat encounter, but the next encounter for you. I just wanted to ask you all how you felt.
I'm fine with doing that encounter, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Okay. And then what about you? What do you feel?
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Well then, why don't you give me a little bit? Let me just pause this right here, and in a few minutes, I'll be ready to go.
Okay.
Okay. With your new heading, I will go ahead and read off a description to you, and then bring you over to the next map. Okay. The woods part to reveal an expansive clearing, a small grass-covered hill with low houses built into its sides. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that these buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from their sculpted eaves. Atop the hill, above the fog, is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke pouring out through a hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at this sentence, you can smell the odors of horses and food that emanate from this central area. Let me go ahead and put this right here. Now we're going to take you all to the next map. You should find yourselves at the top right. If it is not, this is the, okay, nope. Just kidding about finding yourselves on the top right. Give me just a moment. It's the classic, like,
I can see my health bar.
Interesting. Well, this is unfortunate. Give me a little bit longer as I adjust.
I feel your pain.
All right. Oh, pay no attention to the letters that you may see here. Let me just make that go away. Okay. So, yes, you are on the path. It's not too late to turn around and to keep progressing as you escape from Vallaki. But if you are interested, there seems to be warmth emanating from the tent, as well as some houses that are here. But I'll let you all progress.
Are these like spikes?
Oh, they're like terrain indicators, like kind of like
Height,
yeah.
elevation.
Yes, exactly. It's like 10, what is this? I think it's 10 feet. Each one is 10 feet higher than the next. So 10, 20, 30.
So this is up on top of a hill.
Yes, correct. As per this description.
Yep, missed that part. Sorry.
You Gucci. All right. As you get closer, there's some wagons, there's some horses about, and there's some people. I'm going to have them not have seen you just yet. If there's anything you'd like to do or say before you get closer, feel free to. But otherwise, the floor is still yours.
What are these guys called again?
They're the Vishtani.
Vishtani. I can't think of anything to say.
All right. As you approach, the woman closest to you says, "Oh, hey, we have guests, everyone. Guests, welcome them." And then, like, everyone, like, their ears and their eyes, they perk up. Ears perking up sounds like they're pets. And they'll say, "Oh, come eat, come eat." And they gesture you closer towards the main tent.
I feel like we've been through this before. Does this seem to be the same camp that we were at last time? They just moved, or is this a completely different group of people?
Very good question. Why don't you give me just your choice of perception or insight?
I'll go with perception because it's higher.
Okay.
13.
These seem to be different people. Of course, dressed the same, just as friendly. But yeah, different.
Gotcha. We can't stay long. We're war criminals.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not saying that. I'm not actually.
All right, so let me go ahead and reveal the inside of the tent. Let me see if I have something else to describe to you all as I get down to the tent. So piled outside the wagon, you can see many casks of what you can imagine to be wine. You can't tell if they're full or not. 3 sputtering campfires fill the tent with smoke. And through the haze, you can see a whole group of additional Vishtani. Let me reveal this. And this man in particular will greet you warmly and he'll say, "Oh, come in, you friends, quick, feast. We've got much to eat." And he'll gesture towards, they've got like stew. They've got bread. You know what? I'll say there's some interesting, think of them like old-timey charcuterie boards. So there's like bread, There's various cheeses, a few bits of fruit here and there, and yes, they welcome you into the tent.
Does this guy and the other guy in the corner look as obviously evil in the game as they do in their token?
Let me double check.
Also, why are they white instead of like the normal goldish yellow hue of all of the other Vishtani?
Imposters.
Why does this keep happening?
Maybe I should have gone with default tokens for them, or like,
Well, we didn't want them to look untrustworthy, so we made them white.
Oh yeah, you were gone. I had mentioned earlier that for one of the NPCs, I had ended up using, because I didn't use the original sister token for one of the Death House kids, I used her for a living person token, but I'm not using her this time around. But I do see her around on this map. I cannot comment on their art at this time, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, fam.
Yeah, fair enough. Sorry. I, the player, am immediately like way more suspicious of this encounter now that I see these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard to not immediately notice like these guys have completely different like everything to them.
Yeah.
Different background color too for this guy at the very least.
Right? Yeah. I wonder if they have updated tokens for them.
This guy looks like an evil swordsman, and this guy looks like he is a berserker who fights with his bare hands.
All right, this one looks pretty much the same, so I'll remove that. Yeah, they look. This does not look
shot
good for
dark.
them.
This dude's a werewolf. He looks the type.
Interesting. All right. Well, you all have no need for food, but you can still. I don't know. I assume you're gonna refuse food, but do you at least want to sit and warm yourselves by the fire? Not that either of you need warmth. I don't know.
And I'm vulnerable to fire. Why did I come in here?
Oh, true. Yes, this is all part of my master plan. This is why I let you take that vulnerability to fire specifically for this encounter with these two obviously evil people right here.
Sorry for boasting your characters, by the way.
For what?
Sorry
Roasting?
for boasting your. Roasting your.
No, these are the characters. This is their vanilla art. You are absolutely fine. I don't take offense. All right, let me check this message over here.
Yeah, Keith will sit down, not too close to the fire, but he'll join them.
Okay. Let me check something right here. Okay. So I guess this fellow will say, let me see, where are you? Okay. Okay. He looks, pretty large, bear energy, if you will. And he'll say, so, what brings our new friends into town?
Just passing through.
Yep, that's what I was about to say.
Passing through. All right. Oh, are you headed into Vallaki by any chance?
No. Why do you ask?
Are we headed to Vallaki?
No, we just left Vallaki.
Oh yeah.
We just set fire to Vallaki.
I'm a fucking idiot.
We just committed 3 political assassinations in Vallaki.
No, I was like, Vallaki, that name sounds familiar. Was that the place the Burgomaster said the toy maker was? And then I realized, no, wait. Yeah. Keith won't say anything. He'll just nod with Julian's answer.
Okay. Wait, what was Julian's answer? Sorry, I just gotta.
No.
Okay. He'll say.
We were heading west, I think.
Yes, you were. As Dragon Argynvostolt is west, and also getting away from Vallaki is west. I'll say, a shame. Perhaps this is not the best music for this, but he'll say, hold on, I have to get this right. Give me just a moment. Okay, I know how to get this. Okay, he'll say, you see, there's a famous toy maker named Blinsky who lives in town. My niece... Wait, that's his daughter. Hold on. My relative... I have to get the family tree right here because...
My niece daughter. Don't think about it.
Yeah, what is this? Sword Art Online? My relative, Arabelle, has a birthday coming up rather soon, and I'd love to get her a present from Blinsky's. I'd be willing to pay you for both the toy and a little extra, if you'd be able to procure it for me. He kind of like thinks to himself and will say, actually, where is
Does it happen to
Arabelle?
look like this? And Julian produces the doll with the tag labeled Blinsky on it that I acquired from the Death House.
Nice. He'll say, oh, that's the tag, all right. That's that's not the particular toy.
What'd you say the toy looked like?
Give me just a moment. Let me take a look.
Also, what was that name? Arabelle?
Yes, Arabelle.
Okay. Not Arigal.
Oh, wait, this is in the book. Hold on. Blinsky. Where the heck is your place, dude? Aha! Okay, he'll say, it's a set of wooden nesting dolls.
Sounds familiar, actually.
Yeah, you know the kind of like those. I don't remember what they call. Yeah, like the nesting dolls.
Yeah, the Russian dolls.
Exactly.
Yeah. That does sound familiar, but I don't have any in my inventory.
He says, he's thinking to himself and say, actually, where is Arabelle? And he like looks to the other guy who definitely doesn't look suspicious, and he'll say, Arabelle should be back by now, right? And then the other man over here kind of like looks alarmed, and he'll say, I'll be back. And he like summons this other guy to go with him. I'll go look for her. And he's going to step out of the tent. And before long, you no longer have him in your vision.
I will send Carrion to scout them out.
Just scout. Oh, keep an eye on them. What is the distance for him? It's like a mile or something.
Something like that. Let me check.
Did we come at a trying time?
No, I'm sure it's fine. Just Arabelle's usually back by now. She likes to attempt to visit the city, but they don't much like us there, he'll say. So please excuse our enthusiasm upon seeing new visitors here. But right, yes, if you could. It's no pressure, of course. I'm sure I could procure something of a gift for her myself. He kind of like looks concerned, as if to say, and hopefully she's okay. He looks a little distraught, but he'll say, we can make sure she's okay, but I'm sure, I mean, what would Vlaki do? Turn away, be mean to such a wonderful, bubbly, lively girl?
Possible.
So I can only communicate telepathically and see through his senses if he's within 100 feet.
Okay.
Though he could still just follow them beyond that and then
Yes.
report back to me.
Exactly. All right, that works for me. Can you just give me a cursory perception check for Carrion? Like, it won't be bad. It's still like a classic. Just don't roll below 5.
Hey.
Okay. So you can see that. So Carrion, you're keeping an eye on them. They're like looking around. They're like checking each wagon. They're like knocking on different doors, looking like behind casks and under horses. They're even going so far as to round up a few additional men, and they're like going downhill. And they're like talking to each of the guards that are at the houses, asking if they've seen Arabelle. Sometimes they have to describe Arabelle. Sometimes the guards know who they're talking about. And their efforts are coming up a little fruitless. You can see a look of panic begin to show on the man's face, like the primary one who had not escaped, but like left the tent as part of the search. He's like rubbing the back of his head. He's getting a little frustrated. He's kind of like, his lips are tense and they're pursed, I think is the correct term.
Yeah.
You can see that he's deep in thoughts. But this is occurring over the course of the next indeterminate period of time. Is there anything that I'll turn the table back to you all.
Can't really think of anything that I had to say.
Yeah.
Okay. He'll kind of chime up and say, well, if you end up not going to Valaki, I understand. You do seem like the kind of folk that they would not take too kindly to. But, I could be wrong. Sounds like you're heading west. Perhaps a visit to Kresk, actually.
I don't recall. I don't.
Oh yeah,
think so.
southwest is where we're heading.
He'll say, "Oh, southwest." You say, "Well, not to jam another quest in your markers, but actually, there's been a bit of a wine shortage, and a lot of the Vishtani folk I hear are, a lot of the Valakian folk I hear are getting a little worried. I've heard that especially the proprietors of the Blue Water Inn are concerned that the shipments have not reached the city for some time. And I'm sure you might be familiar with just how important wine can be to the people of Barovia. If you happen to pass by the winery, the Wizard of Wine's winery on your way southwest, in case you're unfamiliar, he'll pull out a bottle of wine, which looks similar to let me remember the wine that I had given you correctly. I think it's probably in our Discord.
Yeah, it was in the plush room, right?
The which room?
Oh, I don't remember if it was the same wine, but I think we found wine bottled in the room with all the key plushies.
Oh, yes, that's most likely from. There's only one winery in the area, so it's most likely from them.
Now, were those bottles empty?
I think those were, yes.
Okay, because I do seem to recall taking one, but...
Master's Mansion. Let me double check. It is 6 room. Empty wine bottles. The label on each bears the winery's name, the Wizard of Wines, and the wine's name, Purple Grape Mash number 3.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So yes, to recap, he hopes that he can get a gift for his relative. If not, that's no biggie. He's kind of concerned where she is. It's been a while. And also, if you are indeed just not going to Valaki, well, he wishes you, safe travels, the best of luck. And if you happen to pass by the winery, perhaps you could check in on what's going on, since that is southwest of here on the map.
Mm-hmm. I have no issue with that.
Yeah.
I like to think that Julian is a bit of a wine fan.
Ah, nice.
Aside from that one anti-vampire instant death poison wine.
That one was iconic. All right.
Have a little sippy.
All right. Before long, the man returns, and he kind of like leans in and whispers into this man's ears. And by the way, the man who you've been talking to kind of introduces himself. He'll say, "My name," like before he shows up, "My name is Luvash. It is nice to meet you both. What are your names?"
Should we be giving out our names? We're kind of on the one.
True.
Yeah. Carl.
Okay.
My name is Keith.
Incredible.
Looks at Julian.
Don't you mean Keith? he smiles broadly and says, what excellent names. I actually met a Carl back when I was doing trips. But, you know, me, my brother here, and Arabelle, we stay here in place despite... Think of us as... We'll always be a familiar face here. If you ever choose to visit us here again, perhaps the other faces you see here might come and go, but we hold down the fort, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And he says this basically before this guy shows up, whispers into his ear, and as at this point he'll say, all right, well, friends, it has been nice meeting you. I need to step out for a little bit of call it hide and seek. Arabelle must be hiding somewhere. It's important that we seek. So you are in good hands here. Please ask any of our people here if you need anything. In fact, if you so desire, I'm sure they could put you up for the night. But for now, I bid you farewell. It was nice meeting you, Carl, Keith. He kind of like...
I'm not actually going to introduce myself as Keith. Oh, that'd be funny as hell. I'm
Damn.
Johnson.
Johnson. Okay. Johnson. Nice to meet you, Carl and Johnson. And with that, he kind of bows a little bit, and he looks like he's about to step out. If there's anything you'd like to ask him, his brother, or any of the Vishtani people, let me know.
I think I'm good.
Think I'm good.
Okay, let me go ahead and make them go away. All right. Also, I doubt you need it, but yeah, you're both full up. I was going to offer you a short rest if you needed it. All right, before I take you back to the main map.
I'll take a short rest.
Oh,
Get my spells back.
yeah, if if anyone would like to take a short rest, feel free to do so.
If I take a short rest, I lose my fury points, so I'm good.
All right.
I spent nothing and I generated... actually, I should have my full 4. I'm still not good at keeping track of that. I should have my full 4 fury points and I lose them all on short rest, so... Just doing jumping jacks for an hour. Lightning, I have 2 questions for you.
Yeah. Light on me. What's up?
The first one is, I would like to request that I change my Coiling Grasp Tattoos DC to be, as it currently is, it is a flat DC 14 strength save.
Yeah.
I would like to change that to 8 plus proficiency plus strength modifier.
Sure.
That would buff the hell out of it right now,
Absolutely.
I will admit, but also it would make it so that it can scale.
Absolutely. I'm absolutely game for 8 plus proficiency plus whatever the attribute is in question. Sure. Like, by all means.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I assume you all are heading out from here?
Yep.
All right,
I guess I'll have Carrion tail the guy who just left now.
Okay.
See if he finds anything.
well,
I assume they're just looking for her, but
yes.
never know.
They are actually looking more in earnest. It looks like they're moving closer to Barovia. I mean, not Barovia. You are in Barovia, into Valaki. Let me see. I think this is the map. So where you all are all on the map, technically you're down here, but... Oh, hold on. Let me grab you and put you down here. You're down here, but they've begun moving along those paths, looking through the woods, in the woods. They've got like torches and stuff. They seem to be looking more in earnest. But yeah. Anything else you'd like to do before I take you back to the road?
I think we're good.
Let's see. Strength saving throw. Strength forces. No, there's nothing else that I wanted to do.
Okay. And I will go ahead and take you back, and the traveling can commence.
7.
So, you have just left the outskirts of Vallaki. You're making your way west, attempting to go to, based on, if I'm remembering correctly, when you were researching about Argynvostholt, you got a nat 20 or 2. So you were able to determine its location on the map and the direction you should be going.
Nice. Oh, the other question that I had for you.
Yes.
Have you thought about what you wanted to do with Izek's axe? Because you said you were gonna.
Oh, yeah. I was going to buff it, give it some special latent fire abilities derived from, being in Izek's position for so long. Possession.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As for specifics, I haven't gotten that sorted yet, but
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right. Lands of Barovia, areas of Barovia. You all are at P. Okay. So I think we're nearing the end of this session, but I want to at least get you to your next destination. So the road comes to an X intersection with branches to the northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. The lower half of a snapped wooden signpost thrusts upward at an angle near the eastern elbow of the intersection. The top half of the sign, featuring arms pointing in 4 directions, lies in the weeds nearby.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go pick up the top half of the sign and
You fool.
hold it in place.
Okay.
See what's pointing where.
When you hold it in place, you'll see that the arms indicate Kresk and Solenka Pass to the southwest, Lake Baratok to the northwest, Vallaki and Ravenloft to the northeast, and Borez to the southeast. You just left Vallaki, and you also technically did leave Ravenloft. So you're able to determine that the path you're on is the northeast path, among other things. But, yes.
Gotcha. So where did you need to go again? You want to go to? Yeah, did you want to go to Kresk, or did you want to go to? There was something else you were looking for, right?
Yeah. Southwest of Vallaki, in a valley called Argynvostholt, is where the Order of the Silver Dragon is, and they're my next lead for the thing I'm looking for, which is down here.
Yes, that's correct. That right there is Argynvostholt.
And my preference is that we go there next.
Fine by me.
All right.
All right. Now, from here, there are 3 potential directions to go. Which way would you like to go?
I guess we don't really know.
I'm just going to assume this way because it seems like the most direct. based on our map.
So I guess we're heading southwest.
All right. And it is a good thing, too, as I've decided that you will probably be able to arrive at Argynvostolt right as, it's hard to tell, but you can sense that right as the sun is beginning to set. Not that it's visible, but night is falling. Let me see if I've got a description for you all. All right. Let me swap the music back to that other tune. High above the river valley juts a quiet promontory upon which looms a sepulchral mansion, its turrets capped with fairy tale cones, its towers lined with sculpted battlements. A third of the structure has collapsed, as has part of the roof, but the rest appears intact. A dark octagonal tower rises above the surrounding architecture. Out of the fog comes a distant peal of thunder, quickly accompanied by the howling of wolves in the woods below. But the house stands silent, seeming like the fossilized remains of some long-dead thing smote upon the mountainside. Let me go and post this right here. So congratulations, you have arrived at Argynvostolt. Let me see if I can show you the map real quick before we call it. I can. We just copy and paste your tokens onto the new map for the final scene. All right. Oh, we gotta hide a few more things. All right, that looks good. Let me take you over. All right. And the last thing I'll say to you all is perched atop a 10-foot wide, 10-foot high cube of granite is a moss-covered statue of a dragon, its wings tucked close to its body. The statue looks east towards the mansion. Actually, I'll give you one more thing. Flagstone steps flanked by stone railings climb to a landing in front of a pair of tall wooden doors with rusted iron bands and knockers shaped like small dragons. Carved into the lintel above the entrance is the word Argynvostolt. Congratulations, you've made it. You're ever closer to solving your mystery. And with that, I shall call the session.
Yeah, man, she's a 10, but her knockers are shaped like small dragons. Freak me the fuck out. We did it! We destabilized the city, boned it to the ground, killed half of its police force and civilians, and fucking left to not experience the consequences. Like heroes.
Yahoo! Yes, nothing. Nothing. They'll be fine. They're pretty self-sustaining,
Fine.
right? All right. Any last words before I wrap it up on this end?
I think I'm good.
What was the question?
Oh, any last words before I wrap it up on this end over here?
Nope. Can't think of anything.
Right. Well, then, session complete.